Welcome. Welcome back to another episode from the Critics Collective. I'm Ron, and today we talk a very chilling story from American history on the life and events of a serial killer who really kind of just changed the game one way or the other. And just want to say, trigger warning, not going to necessarily spoil anything for your viewer pleasure. I'm going to also talk about this documentary and also a show that Peacock did that was a mini series taking from the live events that happened with this. Now, we are talking John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise. Now, the miniseries doc-series came out in 2021, but I believe 2025 was the miniseries that Peacock did with their own actors using the live events. We're only going to talk for the most part about the documentary. And for this documentary, each episode is 45 minutes. There's 6 episodes in here. And it just talks about the world's most notorious serial killer told through the words of Gracie himself. Though he's changed the life of so many people for his unspeakable deeds, and those who believe that the full truth remains concealed to this day. Um, man, I mean, I don't know about you, but I really enjoy true crime, history, docu-series, really anything that I get a chance to learn something about, even if it's like, even if it's about a music artist. I'm like, oh, I don't really listen to that artist. I may watch it and go back and listen to the artist and say, okay, I get some stuff, or maybe just enjoy the story of someone without diving into something else. Because clearly, this is an example. I enjoyed the documentary for the most part, but I have no plans of at all. Just want to let you know this man was evil. Just wow. So I don't even know where to start with this. Now, one, it's not graphic. They could have, I'm not saying could have like I wanted it, but they could have made it graphic to the point where they would have showed you more depth of detail to kind of gore you out kind of thing. And they don't try to do that. It's a horror story in itself. It doesn't need them to visually push that on you. I can't remember what it was. It was I don't know if it was 73 seconds or 73 minutes. I can't remember what the documentary that we did a while back about the mass shooting at a McDonald's or something. But that one was like, hey, we're gonna show you death, we're gonna show you carnage, and then we'll tell you a story. Um, this paints a different picture. So basically, what John did um, is he lured boys to his home, and then he tortured them and SA, and then he buried them in his home under the floorboards in all of the rooms, including the driveways and the backyard. And when he ran out of room, he tossed them over a bridge. Like, that's wild. It's just wild. And watching the footage that they were using from the interviews, it's him talking. You can see the things that are rooted in television and film, movies and stuff, where you can see the narcissistic tendencies. You can see almost like split personalities. You can see the stuff, the profile that's made up of people who are just not right. Right. It made me think Mind Hunters, more the book than the show, because I believe that this was used, not the movie, but him being as alive as long as he was before he was put down in lethal injection in the 90s, that they had to talk to him to profile. They had to be able to sit there and talk and feed his ego so that they can figure out how this brain works with any future or past murderers. I feel like they had to. Um, Now, I'll go on what I didn't like about this. I didn't like because it was too long. There's 6 episodes. This should have been 4 episodes. 5 would be pushing it. What I mean by that is they call on, unfortunately, retelling the story with victims. And once again, they call on victims. They call on the legal team. They talk to him. They talk to the press, they talk to people, and they show live footage, and they paint this story, and they show you what happened. They put it out for you as it goes through the trial. When it gets to the trial, the movie changes to something else because now that the trial is over, another team comes in. They're telling the story for 2 episodes, but there is no story. Whatever's happened has happened, unfortunately. And you bring in a different crew that gives a different tone because they start talking conspiracies. Like, what if he didn't do it by himself? And what if he didn't do it in general? When whatever's there, the information that's already there, he's already told you himself what's happened. That's already been painted. In my opinion, there was no reason for episode 5 and 6. If anything, if there was anything I could do, if Ron was allowed to be like, hey, Ron, listen, you got great ideas, man. That's just what you do. What would you do with this? I would have done episode 1, 2, and 3. As a matter of fact, if you rewatch this, you could do it this way. If you haven't watched this at all, watch episode 1, 2, and 3, skip 4, go watch 5 and 6, come back and finish it with episode 4. You're going to enjoy it better. You're going to enjoy it better because you're going to get the closure and you're going to get resolution to what this case was and what happened versus the final 2 episodes that just mess it up. It's kind of like the Katrina documentary I did, where it hits and it hits the points, but then it tries to do something else later on and you lose the audience. So that's what I would have done. Now, the stuff I liked about it was it was authentic, it was real. There was nothing that changed the game in docu-series. It's just a documentary and you're watching the interview back and forth, and they add in a lot of live stuff. I'm very surprised at what they're able to get, not live, but they added a lot of footage. I'm surprised of how much footage they got, but I'm assuming it's because it was just such a big case for its time. So yeah, let's go ahead and rate it. So what we're doing here is we're rating this John Wayne Gacy Devil in Disguise mini series, 2001, 45 minutes each episode. We rate from a 0 to a 5. Okay, 0 to a 5. I'm not. I was thought I was going to talk more about the live, or not the live, but the miniseries that Peacock did, but I didn't. I did a good job. Yay me! And I'll come back and I'll review that one, and we'll talk about that one. Now, if I could, of the two, which one did I like more? I like the miniseries more than I like the docuseries. The docuseries was good because it was real, it was authentic, but so was the miniseries. Obviously, it's not really them, but it was authentic in the part where they took a lot of it from it, in so many ways. So if I had to choose one, I would probably watch the mini series that Peacock recently did with actors, as I feel like it fully tells the story in such a flush way, and in an interesting way at that. I'm gonna rate this a 3. You give me, it's like you're grading it. You have 6 episodes, and then 2 of them are wrong. I don't think it's an A. I don't think it's a B. Let me know in the comment. You might be a teacher and you're like, well, Ron, it would actually be a B. It would be a B. It'd be a 4. But I just don't see it. So what did I say? Did I even say a number? I'm thinking 3 right now. If I said a number 4, my bad, but I'm going to say 3. So we're talking John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise. It's on Peacock. This came out 2021, and it's a 3. That's it. It's a heck of a watch, I'll tell you that much. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here with me. I'm not saying my name again because that'll put me in third person or something, right? Until next time.